It's the Clark the Fabulous Shark. Or you can call me Shark Nilsson, or Shark Wiener, or Shark Savage by pseudonym. Poet, mystic, clairvoyant, Sharky. Dr. Shark, PhD, the Sharkalama Ding Dong, the Sharkadoodle Doo. I speak with spirits, sort of like Huff Paranormal. I communicate with the beyond. I don't know if they're dead or UFOs or Satan or Jesus or I'm not sure what I'm communicating with on the other side that we can't see, but this is all a sharkulation. The whole entire planet Earth, world, if you will, is controlled by me, and you must obey. I, Clark, the fabulous, incredible, amazing Swami Shark, right here on the Clark the Shit Show. It's fucking incredible here. The funnest talk radio with the smoothest, absolute cleanest delivery, better than Eminem, Sean Hannity, Mark and Brian, Kevin and Bean, Howard Douchebag, Michael Wiener, whatever his name is, Michael Savage, the great one, Mark Levin, and or the other great one, that other great one named Wayne Gretzky. I'm not even sure if Gretzky's an announcer now. He should be. But none of them. They're all talented, incredible. Some are even genius. But only I, yours truly, your humble servant, DJ, MC, talk radio maven, Clark the Shark, I speak into a solid gold EIB sharkerphone. It's not a microphone, you guys, because my show right here on WABC Radio, New York City, is bigger, better, faster, cleaner, the most highly anticipated talk radio ever dreamt up. More talented than, what's the guy's name? Rogan or, dude, those guys, Howard Douchebag. I'm not even going to fucking say his name. Michael Wiener, Mark Levin, the great one. Fuck all that, you guys. Me, for I, Clark the Shark, am the true and immortal greatest one. Because one day in 1977, when I was 12, I'm not sure if I was at school, Newton School in Torrance, California, or maybe I was at El Retiro Park, 12 years old, dreaming of playing hockey in the NHL. Don't ask me how or why, or dreaming of being a rock star, or, other just impossible dreams. The president, I'm not even sure of America, maybe like Lee Iacocca at Chrysler or some shit. I don't know, but I wanted to be in a position of power. Me, yours truly, all of 5'5" or 5'6", Clark the Shark. I think in 1977 I was like 3'6" or something, but I was really short, and it was bad. But I don't want to go into that right now. I'm talking about my dreams as a child and what they amounted to and what they mean here on the Clark the Shit Show. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, you guys think I'm full of shit, but I created a sharkulation. It's all created by me in 1977. I think the teacher's name was B. Mitchell, or it was an old granny. There were two teachers named Mitchell. And this is kind of weird because it's kind of like Mark Mitchell at Rasmussen Polls, or Rasmussen, however you want to pronounce it. I created them too. I created everything. You guys are like, no way, Shark, you're full of shit. You didn't create God. And I'm like, you guys, I am God. Me, I, yours truly, Clark the Shark. For I can do anything right here from the anomaly called and formed and crafted, known as the Clark the Shit Show. Ranked number one syndicated talk radio show worldwide, ABC, NBC, CBS. You guys are like, Shark, we see you and you're just full of BS as usual. You live in your own little world. You never know what you're talking about. Never. But this time today, you guys, I think it's Friday, November 1. I'm sorry, you guys, in my previous video, I said, I think I said the election's November 3. I think Tuesday, November 5 is the election, which is rigged for Kamala Harris to win. And you guys are like, no way, Sharky, you're full of shit. It's too big to rig. Trump's way ahead. He's going to win. And I'm like, you guys, it's a sharkulation, and I say who's going to win. And you guys are like, dude, you're insane, Shark. You need like Prozac or, Zoloft or some shit, because there's no way Kamala's going to win. And I'm like, you guys, I've told you over and over, he who counts the votes, votes. And he who doesn't here on the Clark the Shit Show. And you guys are like, whatever, Sharky, keep living in your little dream fantasy world. We don't care. We're still voting for Trump. And I'm like, you guys, I'm voting for Trump too. I want Trump to win. I pray to God, maybe even to Jesus, or, that thing on the up in the sky or on the other side, or maybe it's right here in the room with me, my guardian angel. I'm like, please, guardian angel, let Trump win. And she's like, sorry, Sharky, not gonna happen. And I'm like, how? He's ahead. He's tied. And, remember the old theory at ABC, NBC, if Kamala's not ahead by 8, or 7 or 6, the polling error, how they underestimate, they underestimate the Trump and his voters. What it really is CNN and NBC are just fake, and they're making absolute fake polls out of nowhere that aren't even real at all here on the Clark the Shit Show. They're weighting the poll and slanting the poll. They're doing all they can to make it look like Democrats are they're going to win, Shark. And try as they may, they cannot convince you people out there to vote for Kamala. But you know what? They don't even need any of you, because the algorithm, just like Sidney Powell said, will be rigged so that Democrats get out about 97% of their voters, even in the rural counties. Let me roll that back and say that one more time. The algorithm, remember, he who counts the votes, the machines, you guys, just like Roy Moore versus Doug Jones, there will be low Republican turnout in 2024, even though there's lines of people stretching around streets, around the block, around the corner forever, voting for Trump, people dressed in red. But then when you turn on CNN and MSNBC and even your fake friends at Fox, they're all just going to say, Brett Baier or whoever. They're going to be like, Republicans didn't turn out in November 2024, Shark. And I'm going to look county by county, district by district, precinct by precinct. And I am only to discover that practically every Joe Biden Democrat voter Hillary voter, Barack voter, they turned out in record numbers. But the Republicans, out of every 100 Republicans, only about 48 of them voted. Oh, yeah, in this crazy election where there's energy, there's just super mega, MAGA, frantic excitement on the right. Well, according to CNN, MSNBC, ABC, and even Fox, the New York Times, USA Today, Marist, Quinnipiac, all of those, the Republicans didn't turn out in 2024. They didn't show up to vote. And yeah, you guys are like, what the shark? You don't make any sense. What are you talking about? Of course they showed up to vote. Yeah, they did. They showed up to vote, but their votes were fractionalized. Fraction magic. I don't know what you call it, you guys. I don't know how they do it. But according to the way they count the votes, Republicans didn't turn out. There was no excitement. There was no energy on the right. All these so-called Trump voters who were so active before in polls, they didn't come to vote November 5th, Tuesday, for Donald Trump. And what's weird is Republicans won down ballot. Senators, governors, congressmen, city councils, they won. There was a red wave there, but not for Donald Trump. You heard this one before, huh? 2020, ring a bell? What about the midterms 2022? All the polls leading up to it said Republicans were going to win in a landslide, but it was no landslide. They did win, but just barely. I mean, it was, what did they say in the media? A red puddle or a little red squirt. It wasn't a red wave. November 2022. It's kind of weird, huh? There was all this energy, all these Republican voter registrations, and yet Republicans did not show up in November 2022. And the ones that did voted Democrat. But that's not how the polls looked leading up to 2022. Very weird, huh? Always remember back to Bevin versus Beshear in Kentucky. Remember that one? Bevin was supposedly unpopular. But why would a red state like Kentucky vote for Andy Beshear? And why would a ruby red, apple red, cherry red state like Alabama vote for Doug Jones over Roy Moore in 2017, right smack dab in the middle of the Trump admin era, right here on the Clark the Shit Show from the fabulous golden EIB Sharkerphone? It's not a microphone, baby. It's a Sharkerphone. It's the smoothest, fastest delivery you ever heard since Eminem, Dr. Dre, Eazy-E, Hannity. Baby, I can turn up the heat anytime I want. Or I can go very slow like this and tell you the election Tuesday is a fraud and it's rigged and Trump will lose and Kamala will win. And this video will live forever. And I don't think it's because of me. Even though yours truly, Clark the Shark, I run everything here on Earth and in the entire universe. You've seen posters of me. I'm like, obey everywhere. I mean, and you guys do too. But I don't run the voting. It's not me. It's these guys over in Spain or Germany or Portugal called Seitel or something, and they work for Soros or some guy. That's what Elon Musk needs to do. He needs to get into the voting game. Because one day, I think it was Zuckerberg, I'm not sure, but somebody let out in an interview that our voting's controlled by algorithms, the way they count the vote. It's like fractionalized and they round off votes and things like that. And people are like, no, Sharky, you're a conspiracy nut. No, they don't. Sidney Powell said this and they damn near put her in jail for it. But no one gives a shit about me, Clark the Shark, even though I created the whole universe with my own Sharko rhythm. It's not an algorithm, it's a Sharko rhythm. And I'm here to tell you that Kamala Harris is going to win the election Tuesday, November 5th. And I guarantee it 100%. And they will say that Republicans didn't turn out. They didn't vote in Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Georgia, Arizona. Only in the red areas. Republicans were voting in Texas, Florida, Ohio, all that, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Kansas, North Dakota, South Dakota, Idaho. Those Republicans were voting, and in huge numbers, but not Pennsylvania. No, not those Republicans. They didn't show there. There was no energy. Matter of fact, Trump won the popular vote. First Republican to do that since like 2004 Bush. But it didn't matter because Republicans weren't interested in voting in Georgia, Michigan, Wisconsin, maybe even North Carolina. I'm not sure. Certainly not in Pennsylvania, Arizona, or Nevada. That's weird, huh? There was Republican energy everywhere except those swing states, those 6 or 7 swing states. Republicans had low energy, no turnout. The Democrats were running people like Doug Jones in all those states, and they were winning. You ever wonder, you guys, how a guy like Fetterman won in Pennsylvania? Do you even think how Gretchen Whitmer won in Michigan? I know how, because I did it right here on the Clark the Shit Show. I'm just kidding, you guys. I do control the voting. And I guarantee you Kamala's going to win. And you're going to look back at this video and be, holy shit, there was this guy, Clark the Shark, on November 1, Friday. I think it's Friday, yeah. Friday morning. I just did Uber Eats all night, you guys. And you guys are going to be like, there's this one video on YouTube, Clark the Shark, the Clark the Shit Show, from the Golden EIB Sharkerphone, not a microphone, baby, #1 on Earth, Mars, Venus, syndicated talk radio, Jupiter, Saturn, especially on Uranus, baby. Clark the Shark had it. The Swami, the predictor, the Alan Lichtman of real sharkulation voting. He, the almighty, all-seeing poet genius, Clark the Shark, he called it that Kamala Harris was going to win. In fact, he was the only one in the entire universe who did on November 1, Friday, from San Diego County, California. No one else did. Everyone else, including Polymarket, they all said Donald Trump was going to win. But I've been studying how elections work for 8, 9, 10 years. And ever since the 2 red wave midterms, 2010 and 2014, the Democrats said a couple of things to themselves. They said, A, we're going to flood this country with foreign people. Rich and poor, doesn't matter. We're bringing them in. And even they aren't voting for Kamala. It's weird. Democrats are trying everything to convince you to vote Democrat. No matter how dumb you are, how foreign you are, dude, even Mexicans aren't fucking voting Democrat. No one is. Even the fucking people from Haiti don't want to vote for Kamala. The people from Poland, the people from Ukraine, they want to vote for Trump, dude. It don't matter. You could be from Venezuela. You could be from Honduras. You could be from India. You could be from Indonesia or Japan or Australia. Dude, the Democrats try, and no matter what they do, try as they may, they can't get you to vote Democrat. They saw 2010. And they're like, holy shit, midterms, red wave. Then they saw 2014. Uh-oh, rerun. Another red wave. And then 2016, they tried to rig it to stop Trump. And they couldn't. People still voted Trump. I mean, I think the Russians hacked it, in Philly, Pennsylvania. But what do I know? Right? I'm just Clark the Shark, a paranoid right-wing wacko nutcase who lives in his own little world. But I can tell you this, slowly over time and evolving like the mighty iguana, the Democrats have decided long ago that they can't win elections. They can't beat the Republicans at the ballot box. So they have found a way. It's called he who counts the votes, votes, and he who doesn't, doesn't. Right here on the Clark the Shit Show. Your kind and gentle, loving, sweet Clark the Shark is telling you now that Kamala's gonna win. You don't believe me? You don't believe me? What are you gonna do? You gonna charge the Capitol on January 6th if you're a pub who lost? Are you gonna burn down McDonald's and Taco Bell and Burger King and Jack in the Box if you're a Democrat who lost? Dude, one way or another, it's like the Lizard King said, baby. The whole shit house is going up in flames. Right here on the Clark the Shit Show, and I'm out. VR.